Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm at the DriveTest center in Guelph. I'm just going to run through the route for the road test that I went through. Now when I was here, I went out the far left side on to Arrow, but things are back to normal and we're going out the usual right way. So here we go. Signal on. And away we go. Head check, clear. Signal off. Alright, so now we're cruising through the parking lot here. On our way out. So we're doing a lot of head check, guys. And we're setting up for a left-hand turn. Alright, so the way looks clear, checking left and right. Okay, and we're going to turn right at the stop sign. Turn your signal off. We're turning right at the stoplight onto Woodlines. Doing your head and shoulder checks while you're waiting for traffic to clear. On my camera you're not seeing the head and shoulder checks, but there's an Escalade coming up. We'll go make our right turn after that Escalade, and it looks like it's actually turning right. So here we go, moving into traffic here. So at this point you're going to make a left change, turn your signal off and just ride up. And again, guys, all of this varies. You're checking your head checks. Passing Highway 6. Okay, we're going to make a right lane change. Checking blind spot, head check, good to go. Cancel the signal. And we're going to go back 1, 2. Right, there's a car coming up behind me. Check your blind spot. Change lanes over, one to the right. Cancel your signal. Alright, so we're now moving up towards our next turn. So you're doing a head check, checking over to the right side there, or the left side rather. And we're just moving along. And at the light, we're going to be turning left. Signal. Head check. And then moving over to the left. Alright, so here we are able to make it through, so we're just going to carry on through the light. Cancel our signal. And on this street, just beware of your speed. It's about 50 on this street, so you're just doing your head checks and just maintaining a nice cruising speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Doing your head checks. Coming across the railroad track, you're checking left. There's a train body part there, train body part over on the other side. We're all clear because the train is not moving. But up ahead, I can see the train in the distance, and it's actually blocking my lane as we approach the stop sign. I don't know if you can see the camera on the train on the camera, but we're just coming up to a stop sign. We're in no rush. All right, so we're gonna come to a complete stop here, guys. Stop before the white line, and we're waiting for the truck to go by, and we're stuck by the train up ahead there. Alright, checking left, checking right, and we're going to proceed through the intersection. Checking to the right and the left again, trying not to change gears in the intersection, and we're just maintaining a really slow speed at this point because we're stuck by the train anyway. Alright, which you may or may not get. So watching out for the school buses coming onto the road here. We're just got to get out of his way. Alright, and then we'll just kind of slow down a little bit and wait for the train to pass by. So guys, I don't know how long this train is going to be. Hopefully it's not crazy long. Oh, and now it's stopped in the road, so it's completely blocking the lanes right now. and I'm gonna stop here. So leg down, foot down, and you've got your brake light on, so cars behind you know what you're up to, and we're just kind of waiting for the train to do what it's doing. So guys, again, I don't know how long this train's gonna be here for, but I guess this just goes to show that on your road test in Guelph, you could very well get stopped by the train. Alright, so it looks like he's backing up. I can see the motors. They're just about ready to come across the road now. So we're almost there. Alright, so all this time, guys, you're checking behind you. Your head is constantly moving. Alright, so hopefully this train will be out of the way shortly, and we can carry on. Okay, looks like we're ready to ride again, so here we go. Alright, so traffic's moving, we're gonna roll on through. Alright, so we are... Here we go. Alright, you're doing your shoulder checks. You're looking through your mirror as you go across the train track. We're good. Alright, so far so good. And we're going to be turning left at the stop light. So put my signal on and just cruise up to the stop light here. Get into my blocking position, looking to traffic. All right, so I'm caught by the lights. I'm just gonna wait it out, guys. Okay, no need to rush when you're on your road test. If the yellow light catches you, don't try to beat it. Just wait it out. Just wait for it to go green again. Nice thing about it is this particular light has an advanced green. Pretty much most of the lights on the route have advanced green, so you're good. So I'm just gonna wait for this light to change. It's counting down to 0. All right, so we're at yellow right now. Getting ready to roll. All right, away we go. Checking left and right, moving through. And immediately we're gonna change lanes, shoulder check signal, get over to where we need to be. Alright, so from here we're just driving through. And we're checking our shoulders, checking left and right, checking the intersection. Alright, we're good. And now we're approaching Highway 6 at the light. We're doing our shoulder checks. Watching out for this guy here. We're going to make eye contact with this guy in the van. Alright, we're good to go. We're still approaching Highway 6. And at Highway 6 we're going to turn right and go on to Highway 6. Alright, so we're now going to signal, shoulder check to the right, move over to our right position and get into our blocking position. Alright, so now merging onto Highway 6. Alright, so at this point I'm going to turn my signal on and accelerate up to highway speed right away. Alright, so with this, I'm pretty clear. 70 kilometers per hour. You want to ride out a lot of the acceleration lane. And now you're going to keep your signal on. You're going to make your change over to the far right. Signal or far left. Signal back to the right. Change back, head and shoulder checks. Get back over to the right. Turn your signal off. And just keep on riding down the road. Okay, we want to make sure we're not tailgating the truck ahead of us. And we're slowing it down to traffic. We're going to now move to the right-hand turn here. We're going to get off the road, the highway. And at this point, we're setting up for a right-hand turn onto Willow. So we're just making our way down to do our right-hand turn onto Willow. And at this point, we're just going to make our right-hand turn. Alright, so keeping in mind we got a yield sign here. Now we're signaling left. We're going to come through and move over to the left after we do our shoulder check. Get back into our proper position. And then we're going to turn right at Marksam Road. So we're just going to wait for our pedestrian to cross over here. Alright, we're good. So we can carry on through. Checking into our shoulder check for the right side. And we're just kind of in our residential area now. So we're gonna turn right onto Sanderson Drive, put our signal on, then we do a shoulder check. As we get into Sanderson Drive, we're seeing a young guy here on a scooter. So we're just slowly moving through here. Just keep an eye on this fella here. And we're just gonna keep on going through on our curve. So now somewhere in here, you might be told to do an emergency stop. Right, so I'll just pull over and do an emergency stop here. Put your signal on, shoulder check, just pull over, and we'll do an emergency stop right here. Right, once you've got your bike off the road, put on your four-way signal, and in neutral, drop your kickstand down. You'll be told to carry on. Alright, we're going to turn our hazard lights off, turn our left signal on, raise your kickstand, first gear. Shoulder check to the left, double shoulder check. You can even shoulder check to the right if you want, but shoulder check to the left, and once you're clear, you're ready to go. Carry on driving through, get back into your blocking position, switch your light off. Alright, so we'll just carry on through here. Alright, away we go. Okay, so in here it's 40, so you want to make sure that you're not going faster than that. All right. Okay, so we're just cruising through at a nice leisurely pace, and then from here we'll go around the bend here. Constantly checking, shoulder check left and right. Constantly looking around. Alright, and at the stop sign, we're going to turn right back onto Marksome Road. Alright, now, beware where you're stopping, guys. Make sure you're stopping at the right spot right before you hit the crosswalk. Doing your left and right shoulder checks. Keeping an eye on what's going on behind you. There's a few slow-moving vehicles coming through the residential area, which is just what they do. So after this white Toyota, we'll make our way up. Okay, here we go. Signaling, checking our right side shoulder check. Now we can proceed into our right-hand turn. Carry on through. And away we go. Turn your signal off. And we are good to go. So we're going to be turning right back onto Speedvale. Alright, so we're now going to do our shoulder checks, and we are stopping here. Okay, so while the other drivers get ahead and go through the stop sign, we'll just have to wait our turn, obviously. Okay, so we're pulling up. Make sure again when you're stopping position that you're making sure that you stop at the right spot just before the sidewalk, because there's no stop line here. And we're waiting for cars. There's a pedestrian on the way here. Okay, I've got my signal on, so we're good. And we can proceed after this vehicle here. So we're coming through, and we're heading back towards Highway 6. Doing your constant shoulder checks again. Alright, we're still doing our shoulder checks. Moving through, and we're going to signal right to go back onto Highway 6. And we're getting into our position here, doing our shoulder checks. Alright, so we're making our right-hand turn back onto Highway 6. It's a little bit busier this time around. Okay, so we're going to keep moving down the road here, getting back up to highway speed. Okay, we want to use a bit of the acceleration lane. Okay, and then we'll make our way over. Okay, we're going to leave our signal on this one. We're moving all the way over. Shoulder check again, all the way over, and then we're back into where we need to be. So at this point, we're going to be making a left-hand turn onto Willow. So we're riding in our blocking position on the passenger side tire track at this point. Signaling to go back on our right-left on Willow, shoulder check, and we're moving into our turn lane. Alright, so now we're in our turn lane, we're in our blocking position in the passenger side tire track at this point. All right, and we're gonna stop right about here is good. And we're stopping in first gear, and our head and eyes are constantly moving. And like I say, most of the lights in Guelph, they give you an advanced green. So we're pretty blessed that way. So we'll see what we can do when we just wait for this light here. So yeah, guys, you're just constantly moving your head. You're constantly looking behind you, checking your mirrors. Because one of the tips, of course, that the examiner will probably tell you is that if he can't see your head moving, he's going to assume that you're not checking your blind spot and what's going on behind you. He's got no choice in the matter, right? So I see a car coming up behind me here. It's like a silver Acura. All right, they look like they're slowing down, so I don't need to take any evasive action here, so they're good. All right, so we're looking fine here. They're not paying much attention here. And just like that, they looks like they were coming to hit me. So I popped the clutch and jumped a little bit there, because this guy looks like he's looking down and he's not paying attention. And that's what you got to put up with, guys. You got to keep on watching behind you, because just like that, this guy in the Acura is looking down while his car is moving forward, and you just never know. So you always got to keep your eyes open, guys. Don't take it for granted. All right, so at least his head is up now. He's looking in his rear view mirror too, which is good. Yeah, see? Here we go, advanced green, so we're moving through. All right, guys, so what you want to try to avoid doing is changing gears in the intersection. So now we're going to switch over, change to the right, and we're back in, shoulder check. Okay, so now we're waiting for this car to turn here, and we're going to try to make it through this light. Hopefully we can. And now checking the intersection as you go through. We're now going to signal left because the lane is ending. We're going to go into our proper blocking position here again. And we're going to keep through. So we're going to keep moving through. Again, in this area you want to make sure that you're not speeding, guys, because they're watching you as you go through this section here. Watch out for this guy here. Okay. Alright, so at least he didn't come out in front of me. Man, I tell you, it's a busy day today. Pedestrians just blindly walking out in front of traffic. But guys, you've got to keep your eyes peeled. Like I say, the purpose of this video, which is a good demonstration, you've got to keep your eyes moving, because pedestrians are unpredictable. Drivers are unpredictable. We're checking our shoulders. We're checking the right-hand side here. And then at the light, we're going to be making a left turn. Now, there's a double left turn lane here. Do not go in there until your lane turns white. The lane turns white. Now you can cross into it. You're good. Set up for your left turn. All right, so we're in our blocking position here, and we're stopping before the white line. Same story. We're going to be looking at moving our heads, checking traffic behind you, to the front of you, keeping an eye on the pedestrians, traffic to the front and rear. You're just always keeping your eyes moving, guys. You're always aware of what's going on around you the entire time, right? You can't fall asleep, especially when you're driving in congested cities. Now, Guelph is not the most congested city, but you know, you get the point. All right, so now I'm going to take possession of the intersection, just rolling out to where I need to be. And now I'm taking possession of the intersection here. I'm going to stop and wait for my way to clear. Okay, there's a guy giving me a signal here on the truck. Much appreciated, brother. All right, so that was nice of him to let me through. Must be a biker. Really nice. So in here, guys, we're at 40 along this stretch of Dawson going up towards Rona. It's along here, it's all 40. So just take your time and ride, checking your shoulder checks. Just approaching Rona here. Checking the driveways, checking that guy on the leaf blower there so it doesn't fall back into your path. This guy here is doing some edging. So yeah, we're just keeping an eye out for it as we make our way up the road here. Alright, so yeah, it's all 40 along here, so you don't need to be in a rush. Like when you're on your road test, you've got no place to be except right where you're at. Alright, so just stay in the moment and no need for speed on this one. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we're just kind of riding through, nice and easy. And as we come up to the 40 kilometers per hour ends, on the other side of the street, it goes to 50. Alright, so now we're just cruising on down to our stop sign. Alright, so we're clear, checking left and right as you make your way through the intersection. Alright, don't change gears in the intersection, guys. Now we can cruise at 50 along this stretch. So we can bring it up to 50. And we're just cruising along here at 50. Alright, so yeah, nothing much going on this road right now. Just keep an eye on that truck up ahead. There's train tracks, so you're double checking the left and right side. And just cruising through. Yeah, keeping an eye on this Mack truck coming at me. Alright, so we're all good. So yeah, we're just cruising along. It's like a big tractor trailer parked on the left side here, so we're just gonna keep an eye on that guy just so you know he doesn't come out on you. Alright, so yeah, we're good. Yeah, you're just like cruising along, guys, just taking it easy, just enjoying the ride, checking the driveways, the entrances to driveways to make sure nobody's coming out at you. There's a tractor trailer turning into my lane. Train tracks, checking left and right. Head movements, lots of head movements. And then of course I just missed the light, but that's okay. There's a fella on a scooter here, so we're gonna try to get around him as best we can, give him lots of space. Alright, so yeah, we're just approaching the left turn here. Signal. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, maybe I can make it through. Alright, awesome. Alright, so we're through into our blocking position. Alright, now there's a car in my lane here. Shoulder check, get over in front of him. Now along here it's 60 kilometers, so just be aware of that, guys. Don't want to be speeding too much. Now we're approaching Arrow Road. We're going to be making a right-hand turn back onto Arrow. So we signal, drift over into our right-hand turn lane. And we're slowing it down, cutting the speed down a notch. Alright, so we're now checking our shoulder checks. And we're moving in. Okay, signal off. Now we're going to turn back into the parking lot here. And away we go. Okay, so we're now back in to the parking lot. And we're back into the parking lot of the DriveTest Center. Okay, here we are. And at this point, looks like my wife was just here. And I think she went inside. There's her bike right there. So I'm going to signal here. And I'm actually going to go on the other. Alright, so it looks like she passed. So her bike is inside. Turn signal off, and that's it, guys. You're done.